Good afternoon. Afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. Hope you're all well. Who's in the room? Ian, how you doing, pal? Lam, Itzio. Hope you are all well. If you're watching, come say hi. So, we'll close the competition, as I said, on Friday. As soon as I start, we'll close it. And I believe, I don't know if he's in there. VP, are you in there? VP guessed 4420. I think that's the winner. I think Tanmay, it's gone long, so it's not Ran, it's not me, it's Tanmay, it's not Ian, unfortunately. Rohan, you were close, 93 points off, but yeah. VP, so VP, if you're watching, I don't know if you follow me on Instagram or not, but make sure you send me a message, and I'll PayPal you it right after the stream. Or if you're watching this on catch-up, VP, let me know, because I've got to send you that 50 bucks, so well done. I think next week, Griffin, how you doing, mate? Hey, man, new here from A1. Good to see you. Good to see you. Appreciate you joining. So next week, I think we might do a different chart. Maybe we'll do the DXY next week. But I had a few messages. So remember, if you want to get in, just a little bit of a fun competition every Monday. A winner announced on Friday. Make sure you tune into that Monday stream or be a member of RTFX. So well done, VP. Okay, let's look at the charts today. So we know it's NFP. Let's go through NFP a little bit today before we start. What we're expecting, I don't know what time zone you're in, but for me it's 4:30, which is about 3.5 hours from now. Last month was a little bit of certainly a lower number than expectations. We came in 235. I can't remember what the expectations were, but we certainly didn't beat it. Today we're expecting 490. 490 with a 1 point decrease in the unemployment rate to 5.1%. Now, considering where the SPX is, right, I think it's quite a big number today. We know, for example, if we go back to this SPX, we know where we are, right? Slight push on today, but we are still technically in that corrective possible trend change. I don't want to say a trend change, but certainly a corrective from that longer-term uptrend. So I think if we fail to beat these numbers and, unemployment goes up, obviously, the market's not going to like that. We could see a significant wobble, potentially, if these numbers come in bad. And obviously, if they come in better, you'd expect the market to like that. Now, that's easy to say, right? It's easy to say numbers come in bad, market falls, numbers come in good, market rises. But this is the reason why I don't trade NFP. I always like to wait for the market's reaction to the news rather than the news itself. So I won't be in the market for NFP. I'll come back maybe an hour afterwards and see the numbers. I could do a live stream, but there's no really point for me. So yeah, I think if we come in around expectations, possibly up to 750, the market will like that. We don't want those inflation fears coming in with a massive beat, but yeah, I think the biggest thing is we don't really want we don't want to miss anything around expectations. The market, I think, will probably like, and maybe it would be a decent time for the SPX, considering where it is, to finish this corrective and get that fundamental driver to continue this primary trend. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought. Your guys' thoughts are. Are you expecting negativity? Are you expecting positivity? What do you think? And again, it's a red or black scenario. I've just come out of my dollar trade, NFP too volatile. Yeah. I think news is difficult, man. News is difficult. There were so many times in my early career where, let's say, for example, I was long on this US 30 now, and my stop was potentially here. And on news, we had a slight spike down, and I was worried that I was going to get my stop loss hit, take it out, and it ends up going back up. That, for me, is more painful than getting stopped out, right? You have to truly accept this risk. So I think just getting away from the charts is your best option for an hour. Let it settle down, and then come back. see the market's reaction, and play that from there. You missed it. Who won the giveaway? It wasn't you, Ezio, unfortunately. It was VP. VP was the closest. Quite a good guess on 4,420. So we closed up around 4,390, and yeah, VP won. So I'll do the DXY next week. So if you want to go to DXY analysis, I'll do that next week on Monday. Hey, Mohammed, mate. How you doing? Hope you are well. Okay, so SPX right now, from a technical perspective, we're looking okay. We pushed on. We're at the moment retesting this area. Doesn't look majorly anything massively to worry about right now. The 20 period is catching up. We have had come from a decent move to the upside. But I think in days like today, whatever the market will like, in that fundamental driver, will move that. So it still looks bullish. From a technical perspective, you probably, on this 4-hour chart, could be expecting positivity. Maybe people know something that us as lowly retail traders don't, because we have pushed on. I haven't seen any fundamental news that really warrants that, possibly apart from a triple bottom from this technical and support coming in around this 4280 level. The daily, albeit we haven't closed above this 20, I'm going to sit on the fence, guys. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to sit for myself firmly on the fence. On this 4-hour, you're maybe expecting this, but I don't really want to predict what's going to happen. I'd rather wait. What I like better is the DXY. I like this dollar a little bit better. Possibly getting our setup here. Maybe ABC. Maybe it's just having a slight movement down before NFP. Obviously, NFP will affect the market. What I'm looking for in terms of a trading perspective is I need to get back up here, potential cut with handle for a trade to the upside. So again, from a technical trader's perspective, we've got to be thinking positivity for the DXY, just because that's the trend we're in. You know, you can sometimes get this, and then it goes off in that trend. Possibly we get the same thing with the SPX, but as I said, it's a red or black scenario. I would rather put my bias towards the trend, and the DXY is easier to say, okay, I'm expecting positivity, but possibly this ABC corrective on that daily. But let's see. Liking your Swiss yen. Yeah, I'll go into the Swiss yen. So I took this trade yesterday. Coming off a little bit now, but you know, that's fine. I'm not expecting any fireworks at the moment. It was a nice setup. Bigger V reversal here, smaller V, push up, ABC corrective, a few bars of accumulation, and a push through that area. I had a slight tag on this zone, which again, what you kind of expect, our stops all the way down here. I don't think this really moves until NFP. So if NFP comes in decent, which it may do, considering the technicals, maybe we're expecting positivity, this will move. You'd expect the yen to be weakening off on market moves to the upside, but I like it. We're still above this area. Maybe we're retesting this area for continuation to the upside. But the reason why, so whenever I take a trade, I want it to be my big winner. You know, I always look at trades where I think, okay, this can potentially run and run and run. Now, if we come out to the daily and zoom out, it's something that could potentially run and run and run. We're breaking out of this structure. Again, we go to the higher time frames. We look at the weekly. How nice does that weekly look? Breaking out of this this corrective, slight ABC, bullish engulfer on C wave, on higher volume. This is a trade for me that coming from upward movement looks like it could really run. And that's what I want to do with my trades. So, you know, it looks to be at the moment, small time frames, retesting this area. And let's see what it does. You know, it's in now. I can't touch it. Anything I do now will be psychologically driven. So Swiss yen potential to the upside. Aussie Swiss and Aussie yen. I'm going to start taking notes on things like this. So we've noticed quite a few times recently with like the USD SEX, I think with the USD Hong Kong, with this Aussie yen, with this Aussie Swiss, that we're predicting the right direction. Let me just get this up properly. From this area, roughly around this area, we were predicting the right option. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking notes on whether there's options there for an aggressive entry, as long as we have that higher time frame confluence. I know you could say, well, this is just a pullback from this move, and essentially, yes, you're right, probably into that 50% zone, but we include our higher time frame confluence into it. So I want to start collecting some data because I think it's quite interesting to see, certainly over the past summer, how many pairs have kind of moved in the direction we thought it would move, but we've not been a part of those moves. And you know, we're getting something here if we're taking that higher time frame confluence, where that would have been a nice entry on Aussie yen. However, the breakout wasn't there. We don't take breaks, or I don't take breaks from movement quite deep like this, but I can take a breakout retest on this Aussie yen. So I'm looking for a retest back to this area, catalyst on volume on that 20 to potentially go long on the Aussie yen. Daily looks good. Nice Marabuzo candle yesterday. Very similar to the Aussie Swiss, where we're looking for a retest of this area to go long. So Aussie yen and Aussie Swiss potentially breakout retests, as well as the USD Czech. USD Czech is also a potential breakout retest. But I think that's had a slight fake, so maybe we take this off right now. I was looking at a cup with handle here, breakout retest, but this is slightly failed. Unless we turn into a bigger squeeze, this could possibly come into a breakout trade, but I'm just going to leave it for now. There's no point because of this decent move to the downside. USD SEK. USD SEK is still nice. Daily chart, cut with handle, not broken that area yet, not what we want, with that 20 period quite a little bit extended away. So we need a little bit more here, possibly another reload to be able to take this move to the upside. There is a possibility on this 4 hour, a slight possibility. We could get a breakout on the 4 hour, but I don't think it's massively clean. But if we do get something like this, ABC push on to move, take that break to the upside, that would be quite nice going with that trend. And the reason that might happen, again, is if we put a rough trend line on it, I guess, here, we could get movement back to it for continuation to the upside. So USD SEK is something that I do like. Whether we get it or not, we'll have to wait and see. Silver against the euro. Silver against the euro is still setting up. We're getting what we want. We're getting that 200 starting to curl down, so our potential breakout is above that 200. Try to move, I mean, look at this. Try to break out that area. Look where the wick came down to. You'd expect stops to be here, right? Complete rejected, come back up. We are falling, but if it gives us this, so our breakout's above that 200, I would kind of like that. So silver against the euro is still there. And DXY I've done. USD Hong Kong dollar is another one that needs to show me something now. We're looking at this area, but it needs to kind of push. Instead of coming back down and breaking, it needs to push up to this area for potential longs on USD Hong Kong dollar. It could be, there's an argument here for a potential short if it fails on this head and shoulders. If this comes back down, there is an argument there. I'm liking it a little bit more as it goes along. If we're failing to break above, right? If we're failing to break above and we do break below, there's an argument there for a breakout of this structure here. So let's see how that plays out. This is actually not too bad. It's not too bad. And the fact that we're not getting that momentum through to the upside maybe shares that possible the momentum is shifting back down on USD Hong Kong, potential breakout retest to move to the downside. And I really like USD Hong Kong dollar. I like trading it. I've got quite a decent win rate in it. I like how it moves, but again, got to set up. And finally, USD Swiss. If you want me to look at anything, guys, put it in the chat now. I honestly wouldn't recommend trading anything, to be honest with you, like completely honest with you, unless you're in a longer time frame chart or a longer term trade. Just wait. News is the most manipulated part of the Forex market. Make no mistake. Just every kind of successful trader you read about, a lot of them will say to you, don't trade the news. You know, one of the things I always see on YouTube or on Instagram, all this kind of shite from traders saying, oh, look, I made $5,000 on NFP. They don't have a stop loss, don't have anything. What they basically do, or what I believe they do, is probably set up a demo account, put like 8 different trades on in a demo account and then pick the one that actually won and then put that up online saying, hey, look at this, sign up to my broker, sign up to my Telegram. I can do this every week. It's nonsense. Unless you're having a little fun position, okay, that makes sense, but protect your capital, man. Protect your capital. It's a difficult game. If you want to gamble, go to Vegas. Put it that way. So, USD Swiss, the last one. Need a little bit more here. Need that 20-period catch-up. This is nice at B-Wave, at this intraday downtrend anchor. We have been on a decent move to the upside on USD Swiss here. The only issue I have is a potential loss of momentum. However, with your loss of momentums, they usually come in threes. So you want to see 1, 2, 3, and then your harder reset. So if that does happen, we would probably win that trade before this comes back down for a potential harder reset, if indeed that even does happen. DXY looks good. It certainly looks better than, I would certainly buy the dollar rather than the Swiss. So if we get a nice setup, as we saw in the USD SEC, I'll do DXY. And I've done DXY, I've done DXY. So once I finish, if you want to reload back, I've already done the DXY. I like it long. But if you remember the USD SEC, I think Rohan as well, the USD Mexican, those pairs at this B wave can really produce a decent move to the upside, a kind of decent spike. But we can't take it just yet. We need a little bit more, whether it be accumulation, whether it be another reload, something like this to get us into that trade. But I like it. I like that USD Swiss. I like where it's at. And I like this higher time frame confluence. All right, Royce. Just look back at the start of the stream. That's where I do at the DXY. And that is all she wrote. That's all I've got for you today. I don't particularly like being in the markets on a Friday. Or on an NFP day. Wait for that news. Trade safe. Go and live your life. If you're in Dubai, it's a lovely day. Go and take your dogs for a walk, and then react to the news. So, also VP, if you're watching, send me a message on Instagram. You've won some money. You got to claim it. And on Monday, like I said, we'll do the DXY. So make sure you tune in on Monday. You've got to get into your answers in on Monday to be eligible to win the prize. And hey, who knows? In a couple of months' time, maybe I'm putting up to $100 a week. Let's see. All right, guys, have a great Friday. If not, have a great weekend, and I'll see you all on Monday. Trade safe.